Good evening. In the news for tonight. Jordan resumes vegetable exports to the Syrian market after a 13-year hiatus. The health ministry in Gaza says Israeli attacks have killed 32 Palestinians and wounded 193 others in the past 2 days. Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati says in Damascus that it is a priority to draw up the land and sea borders between Lebanon and Syria. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Minister of Agriculture Khaled Hnefa said that the Syrian market would have a positive impact on Jordan's agriculture sector and will provide a safe route for the return of the kingdom's products to Europe. Hnefa's remarks came during his follow-up on the resumption of vegetable exports to the Syrian market after a 13-year hiatus in the presence of the charge d'affaires of the Syrian embassy in Amman, Ihsan Ramman. For his part, Ramman acknowledged Jordan's support to the Syrian people, stressing the importance of cooperation with the kingdom regarding the export and import of goods. In the Gaza Strip, the health ministry said Israeli attacks have killed 32 Palestinians and wounded 193 others in the past 2 days. The ministry said the Palestinian death toll from the Israeli onslaught since October the 7th, 2023 has risen to 46,537 people, while the number of the wounded climbed to over 109,570. The majority of the victims are women and children. In the West Bank, a Palestinian young man has been wounded during confrontations with the Israeli occupation forces in Al Urub refugee camp. Local resources reported that confrontations erupted between residents and Israeli occupation forces who stormed the camp, firing live ammunition and tear gas canisters. Israeli forces also raided the town of Idna, west of Hebron, firing tear gas and flares. Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati said during his first visit to Syria that demarcating the country's shared land and sea borders was a key concern. Mikati said at a joint press conference with the country's new leader Ahmed al-Sharia that it is among the priorities to draw up the land and sea borders between Lebanon and Syria. For his part, al-Sharia said they had discussed issues including smuggling between the two countries' borders, challenges and Syrian deposits in Lebanese banks. Both sides agreed to establish committees to address these matters and provide support. Russia's defense ministry said the army had gained control of a settlement in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region. It also said Russia had launched strikes carried out using aircraft drones and missiles on Ukraine's military airfield and energy infrastructure that serves its army. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden said Russian President Vladimir Putin was in tough shape after Washington and London imposed sweeping sanctions against Moscow's energy sector over its invasion of Ukraine. Biden added that there was a real chance Ukraine can prevail if it continues to get Western support, with just days until Donald Trump takes over the U.S. presidency. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.